Hey friends, welcome or welcome back. My name is Shannon, and today we're going to do something fun. I am going to start a little series where I blame a whole bunch of factors other than myself for all of the books that I buy. So today we are going to start with the cover. It's the cover's fault. The cover made me buy it. I had no choice. It had to come home with me. I had to buy this book because the cover told me to. It's not my fault. It is the cover's fault. So that's what we're going to talk about today, and I'm actually really excited. All right, so as I was putting these books together, I immediately noticed a pattern for these first three books. So I'm going to talk about these three first. And the first one is The Woman Destroyed by Simone de Beauvoir. And look at this pink. This pink has been everywhere in publishing, okay? And just the contrast of the pink and the black and the green with this, I mean, come on. What is this book about? I have absolutely no idea. Let's find out together. In three immensely intelligent stories about the decay of passion, Simone de Beauvoir draws us into the lives of three women, all past their first youth, all facing unexpected crises. Enthralling as fiction, suffused with de Beauvoir's remarkable insights into women, The Woman Destroyed gives us a legendary writer at her best. All right, well, that sounds great. I mean, Lord knows I am past my first youth, so I'm into my second youth right now. So I am all about reading about women in roughly my stage of life. So here for it. The cover made me buy it. Would I have purchased it anyway at some point? Maybe, but this just was staring at me in the store, so I purchased it. Next, we have Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay. As I said, there's a theme. Look at this pink. Apparently, I am attracted to this pink, and I don't know why, because pink is not my favorite color. So, and look at pink sprayed edges. I mean, come on. You've got the pink, and it's like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like this kind of like metallic pink with this with the sprayed edges. Now, and of course, then it said Bad Feminist on it, so I need to know what this is about. I believe this is so 10th anniversary edition. So this is essays, so it's nonfiction. Unfortunately, I do not know who Roxane Gay is, and I probably should have looked her up before I started this video, but I didn't. So I don't even know what this is about. I'm assuming it's a book on feminist essays. And let's see, we've got chapters called Me, where she feel me, see me, hear me, reach me. She has a section on gender and sexuality, how to be friends with another woman. I once was Miss America. Let's see, the careless language of sexual violence. Okay, so this is right up my alley. So you've got a book of essays on feminism, and just, yes. Pink, black, white, pink sprayed edges, and feminism. Say no more. Next, we have Lady Macbeth by Ava Reid. Again, the pink. What is it? What is it with the pink? Why am I so attracted to the pink? Oh, and hold on a second. Hold on. I mean, what? Look at this. I mean, I'm like lost for words because I love this cover so much. And look at the end papers. So this apparently is some sort of retelling of Lady Macbeth from Shakespeare's Macbeth. So I don't know if this is good. I don't know if it's bad. I kind of don't care because this is just gorgeous. And look at the white veil and the extremely pale person, and she's ghostly and she's probably evil. Who knows? I think poor Lady Macbeth gets a bad rap, but that's just me. I'm wondering if she was going through, perimenopause or something. Who knows? We don't know. A reimagining of Lady Macbeth, Shakespeare's most famous villainess. giving her a voice, a past, and a power that transforms the story men have written for her. Okay, cool. That'll be interesting to read, but ugh, it wasn't my fault. The cover made me buy it. Next, we have a very popular book that I never wanted to read. I actually had no interest in reading it until I saw this cover. And then I was like, no, I need to get that book. And that is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. Now you're thinking, Shannon, that is not the regular cover that we see here. And you are absolutely correct, because I had no interest in reading this book with that cover. But I saw this. I mean, look, this is me. I am her. I am every day at work sitting in a chair just hanging like I need a year of rest and relaxation. And this cover I actually had to order from the UK. So this is not a US cover. This is actually a special cover for some special editions that were done by Vintage. And they did a whole series called Vintage Heroine. And so they took a whole bunch of books, and recent ones too. Not some of them were old, but most of them were in the 2000s, and made absolutely beautiful covers out of all of these books. And this was one of them. So at one point I had no interest in reading Otessa Moshfegh. Now I do, because of this cover. I mean, look at that. So I don't think I need to talk about this book. I mean, most people know what it is, but this is the story of a woman with no name, young, thin, pretty, a recent Columbia graduate. She lives in an apartment on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, paid for, like everything else, by her inheritance. She is an icon of privilege, yet longs to erase herself completely, to sleep for a year. I mean, same girl, same. But I do not have the privilege to allow me to sleep for a year. Unfortunately, I have to go to work, and that's what I look like. Minus the red hair. Next, in that same Vintage Heroine series that I had to order from the UK is I Capture the Castle by Dodie Smith. Now, this actually, I believe, is a classic. I can't remember what it was written. It might have been, I don't know if it was written in the 60s, but it's set in the 30s. So maybe it was written in the 30s. I'm not even sure. I don't even care. I don't even care what it's about or when it was written, because look at this. Oh, it is so beautiful. I can't even tell you what makes it so beautiful to me, but it is beautiful. And I had to order this from the UK. I could not find it here in the United States. And this is the story of Cassandra, precocious and charming, who begins a journal about her bohemian family in their crumbling old castle. On the cusp of adulthood, Cassandra meets the family's growing challenges of poverty and decay with humor and insight. However, her life is turned upside down when the American heirs to the castle arrive, and Cassandra finds herself falling in love. Oh, look at that. I love this cover. It's not my fault. Next, we have something that I've actually already showed you guys before earlier in the year, but I still actually haven't read it yet. Just FYI, I haven't read any of these books. I bought them, essentially for the covers, and still haven't read them. And this is Shit Cassandra Saw by Gwen E. Kirby. And I got this at Powell's in Portland, Oregon, when I visited there early this spring. And this cover just drew me in, and I was getting it no matter what it was about. I just didn't care. And this is a short story collection. And Cassandra may have seen the future, but it doesn't mean she's resigned to telling the Trojans everything she knows. In this collection, virgins escape from being sacrificed, witches refuse to be burned, whores aren't ashamed, and every woman gets a chance to be a radioactive cockroach warrior who snaps back at caterpillars. Or catcallers. Caterpillars. Apparently. Why would you snap at a caterpillar? Okay. Yeah. So look at this. It just, look. Just draws you in. So, had to get this. It was coming home with me. Next, we have My Husband by Maud Ventura, translated, I believe, from French by Emma Ramadan. And I just love this. Just the white with the pop of red, and you've got the blue here, got the blue spine. I mean, I don't know. I absolutely love it. I love this cover. So this story is about another woman past her first youth. So at 40 years old, she has an enviable life, stunning looks, a beautiful house in the suburbs, a job she likes, two healthy children, and most important, an ideal husband whose wealthy background allows her to transcend her own social class. After 15 years together, she is still besotted with him, but she's never quite sure whether her passion is reciprocated. A couple people on BookTube have read and reviewed this and basically just say she's just crazily obsessed with her husband, and the book left a bad taste in their mouths. So I don't have high expectations going into this, but I just absolutely love the cover, and that's why I got it. Because I knew going in buying it that people who are reading it weren't loving it, but it's not my fault. The cover made me do it. Next, we have Goddess of the River by Vaishnavi Patel, and this is absolutely stunning. Look at this goddess here on the front, and I believe this is a retelling of an Indian goddess named Ganga. Fortunately, I don't know a whole lot about Indian myths. I know that it's very popular these days to be publishing Greek myth retellings, and honestly, I stay away from those. I'm just not interested in them. But since I know nothing about Indian mythology, I think I'll find this interesting. But I didn't buy it because I would find it interesting. I bought it because the cover is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. There's the back, and there's the spine. So really pretty. So, Ganga, a joyful goddess of the river, serves as a caretaker to the mischievous godlings who roam her banks. But when their antics incur the wrath of a powerful sage, Ganga is cursed to become mortal, bound to her human form until she fulfills the obligations of the curse. I just realized, is it Ganja or Ganga? I'm so sorry. If you know, please let me know. Goddess of the River. Beautiful cover. Next is The Silence of Scheherazade by Defne Suman. And this is, I believe, a Turkish author, translated by Betsy Göksel. So I believe this is Turkish. Yes. Yes, originally published in Turkey. Okay. Look at this. The yellow and the blue and some green in there. Oh, it's just absolutely stunning book. And I know nothing about this author, although I did buy another book of hers called The Summer Heat, I think, because that did actually look really interesting. So when I purchased this and I was looking so for other books of this author, I did purchase that one as well. But I got this one for the cover. And this is set in the heart of the Ottoman Empire in the ancient city of Smyrna. On an orange-tinted evening in September 1905, Scheherazade is born to an opium-dazed mother in the ancient city of Smyrna. At the very same moment, a dashing Indian spy arrives in the harbor with a secret mission from the British Empire. He sails into golden-hued spires and minarets, scents of fig and sycamore, and the cries of street hawkers selling their wares. When he leaves 17 years later, it will be to the heavy smell of kerosene and smoke as the city and its people are engulfed in flames. Yeah. I think I will like this, definitely. Which is good, because if you're going to buy a book for the cover, you really want to ensure that, you really want to hope that you like what's inside. So the last book that I purchased for the cover is 1,000 Times Before by Asha, Thanki. And this is just beautiful. Yeah, look at the blue and the green. Oh God, I just absolutely love it. And so this is a heart-rending family saga following 3 generations of women connected by a fantastic tapestry through which they inherit the experiences of those who lived before them, sweeping readers from partition-era India to modern-day Brooklyn. So again, I think I will like the story, but I absolutely love the cover. So, of course, you're not supposed to judge books by their covers. However, I would have probably purchased almost all of these books except My Year of Rest and Relaxation, regardless of the covers. All of these books are definitely books that I would want to read. But I was so influenced by the covers, they were definitely coming home with me anyway. So instead of blaming myself, I'm going to blame the covers. But in theory, generally, I try not to judge books by their covers. But if you have read any of these books, please let me know. Let me know if there's any that I should prioritize, any that you've read and you didn't like, any that you've loved. Let me know. I want to hear from you. And I think that this was fun. What books have you published for the cover? I want to know. And did you read it and did you like it? So I'm interested in hearing that as well. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining and have a great day. Bye.